It was charming, compact, and packed with personality. Born in the 70s and loved around the world, the Renault R5 became more than just transportation. It was a symbol of French creativity. And now, over 50 years later, the legend returns, fully electric. This is the story of the Renault R5, past, present, and future. The original Renault R5 hit the streets in 1972, designed by Michel Bouet. What's fascinating is that Bouet sketched the initial design secretly, during his free time, and it was immediately approved by Renault's leadership. It featured a 3-door hatchback body with smooth, minimalist lines and integrated plastic bumpers, a first in Europe. It looked futuristic, and it was practical too. With front-wheel drive and a transverse engine layout, borrowed from the Renault 4, it maximized interior space. The R5 was small on the outside but roomy on the inside, perfect for tight European streets. Its affordability, fuel efficiency, and cute appearance made it a hit among young drivers, women, and urban commuters. The R5 wasn't just a city car. Renault created multiple versions to suit different needs. There was the R5 TL for economy, the R5 GTL for comfort, and later, high-performance models like the R5 Alpine, launched in 1976, with a 1.4-liter engine and sport suspension. But the craziest version? The Renault 5 Turbo, a mid-engined, rear-wheel drive beast built for rallying. Launched in 1980, the R5 Turbo was developed for Group B rallying, with a 1.4-liter turbocharged engine placed behind the driver and wide, muscular bodywork. It looked nothing like the original. It was fast, dangerous, and absolutely legendary. The R5 was a massive commercial success. Over 5.5 million units were sold between 1972 and 1985. In the US, it was sold as the Le Car by American Motors Corporation. While it didn't make a huge impact in the US, it still became a quirky symbol of French design. In France, the R5 was everywhere, from city centers to rural roads. It became part of daily life, celebrated for its simplicity and charm. And in pop culture, the R5 appeared in French films, comic books, and even in street art. It wasn't just transportation, it was identity. By the mid-80s, the original R5 was showing its age. In 1984, Renault introduced the second generation, the Super 5 or Super 5. It featured a completely new platform, better safety, and more modern styling, yet still kept the spirit of the original alive. Engines ranged from 1 liter to 1.7 liter, and it introduced 5-door versions for growing families, but competition from newer hatchbacks was growing. In 1996, the R5 line was discontinued. Its spiritual successor, the Renault Clio. And with that, the R5 quietly drove off into history. Fast forward to today. After nearly 3 decades, the Renault R5 is back, fully electric, reimagined for a new generation. The R5 E-Tech is based on Renault's CMF-B EV platform, offering a modern driving experience in a retro-inspired package. With design cues taken directly from the original, like the squared-off shape, vertical taillights, and yellow paint options, it's both nostalgic and futuristic. Well, the electric R5 offers 2 battery options, 40 kilowatt hours and 52 kilowatt hours, with a range of up to 400 kilometers, about 250 miles. It also supports 100 kilowatt DC fast charging, not bad for a retro city car. Inside, you'll find a digital cockpit, eco-friendly materials, and playful colors, even pixelated graphics that nod to the 80s. The price? Renault aims to keep it under 25,000 euros, making it one of the most affordable EVs in Europe. R5 is more than a car. It's a piece of history, a symbol of French ingenuity, and now a blueprint for the future. From plastic bumpers in the 70s to electric motors in the 2020s, the R5 keeps moving forward without forgetting where it came from. This isn't just a comeback. It's a revival of everything that made the R5 great, adapted for a world that desperately needs bold, joyful innovation. The Renault R5, past, present, and plugged in. Subscribe to Wheel of Legends for more stories that shaped automotive history.